So yes, I have struggles, but no, I never get time frame. Because for me, writing is just part of my life. Another question.
What can I ask for some tips on what to do when you get stuck while writing a book? Like, what are some things that you do that's effective to help you to keep
That helps me to get through that struggle? Yeah. A lot of things. I'll tell you. This is from a personal standpoint. You know, I'm a person of faith. And so I pray a lot. And so whenever I'm stuck with not having something to write about, and I know I got a deadline coming up, I pray about it. And I ask God to give me, just help me. And then I sleep on it. Because I only write once a week, so I got some time. And I always come up with something. And when I start, sometimes I'm going down the road like the one today. I was going to start in one way. But then when I got in front of my computer and started typing, I went another way. And the way I went was the best way. Because I think it was more informative. And so sometimes when I'm stuck, I get up and walk around. Or I just put it aside for, if my deadline is that day, I can only afford to put it aside for about an hour. And then just think about it. Just think about it. And it comes together. I mean, when I'm sitting there and I'm typing, it comes together. Writers, that's what happens with writers. Once you are writing, the words just come out. They do for me. When I was a reporter and I used to cover the courts, and I covered trials, and I covered political, I covered speeches and all that. It just comes out, the words that you use. And that's another thing that I want to encourage everybody. Make sure that you have a good way with words. Expand your vocabulary is what I'm thinking. You learn new words every day. Use different words. Introduce new words in your writing that you've never used before. That is impressive for people who are reading it. Don't use the same words all the time. And always have your dictionary right there with you. I don't have a book dictionary anymore. I use this. And I use it about 5 or 6 times. More than that. Every time I'm writing a column. And of course I write a commentary every night that's on television. And that's a shorter form of writing. But I use the dictionary for that too, because I want to use words that are impactful. That people will, why did you use that word? There's a reason for every word that you use in what you write. So that's what I do. I pray a lot. I get away from it. I read a lot. I read what other people write. And then that gives me inspiration to do the writing that I do. Who else has a question? There are no other questions. Let me just end with this, because I know I want you to get back to, you were reading to the class, so I want you to get back to that. I've been a blessed individual for all of my life to do the things that I've done as a writer. You can never imagine where you're sitting right now, where your ability to write will take you. I grew up on a farm in Mississippi in the 1950s. Now think about that, because a lot of you probably know the history, and you know what it was like for an African American in the 1950s in Mississippi. It was not easy. I faced segregation, I faced discrimination. Nobody ever expected me to pretty much do anything. I was probably confined to a life as a farm hand. I even had my first college guidance counselor. She told me, you want to do what? You want to major in journalism? Look at the school you went to. You went to a segregated school. It was an inferior school. No. I don't think journalism is for you. I'm sure he meant that. I mean, I recount that in this book.
Good.
He says, he probably meant well, but he had no idea the kind of drive and determination that I had. And so he told me that, you need to major in something like industrial arts. Do something with your hands. And I said, well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'll think about it. And I got up and walked out. And I said, I'm going to show him.
Good.
I did use my hands.
That's good.
But I used it on typewriter.
Come on, that's
And
good.
keyboard.
That's good.
I used it that. And do you know, years later, I went back to that college as a guest speaker. And he was there.
Wow.
And the first thing he said to me was, we are really proud of you.
Wow. Yes.
So you never know what you have already done, where it will take you. For me, it has taken me to, I've worked for newspapers in Jackson, Mississippi, Memphis, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Detroit, Michigan. I have covered some of the biggest events that have ever happened. I covered the death of Elvis Presley back in 1977, wrote a front page story.
Wow.
When Barack Obama was elected president the first time, I went to his inauguration. And I was standing out there in the middle of about 1 million people in Washington Mall to see the first black man sworn in as president of the United States.
Wow.
And I wrote a column because there were so many people, but we were all, it was a feeling of unity that I had never seen in this country before. It didn't last. But at least it was that day.
Right.
And I remember, I said to your question, how am I going to write this? What am I going to say? And it came to me. And when I got back, I was staying with my brother, and I wrote the column that evening after attending the inauguration. And the lead of my column said, maybe this is what one nation under God looks like.
Yeah, that's powerful.
Maybe this is what it means to have